Hello everyone, I'm Michael Garrison. I'm here with Palafox Promotions, getting you to know, like, and trust the local businesses in the area. This is a service that many businesses can take advantage of. It's a known fact that your consumer, your customer, your client does business with people that they know, like, and trust. So that being said, I have Leslie Hunter-Huff here today with me. She's the executive director of the Boys and Girls Club Emerald Coast here in Pensacola, and beyond. It goes a little further than Pensacola. They're located over here, 2751 North H Street, and if you'd like to reach out to them, you can give them a call, 850-696-1642. Once again, that's 850-696-1642 if you'd like to get a little more information. But I think that Leslie's fixing to cover the vast majority of the information that you would want and need, and maybe satisfy some of the questions that you have about the organization itself. So let's get right on into it. Leslie, tell me just a little bit about you. Who are you?
I got a long story,
Excellent.
But I'll condense it.
Okay.
Who am I? I consider myself a native of Pensacola, although I wasn't born here. My dad and mom are both from Pensacola, and my dad was in the Navy, and so I was born in Cherry Point, North Carolina, but when I was 1, he got out of the Navy and we came back home, and 37 years later, I'm still here, so I definitely consider myself a native. I'm a mom of one special young lady who is 8 years old and attends M.B. Cook Elementary School, went to PHS. I'm an Argonaut, got my undergraduate degree and my master's degree from the University of West Florida.
Go
so
Argos.
I'm very excited, and yes, go Argos.
Yes. I love it. We pride ourselves here at Palafox Promotions at supporting all of our local sports teams, the athletes in the area. As you know, we have many athletes in the area that have made it very big.
Yes.
So that's fantastic. I love to hear about the Argos stories.
I often joke there must be something in our water because we make some extremely great athletes here in this area. So something we're drinking.
Let's hope it's something we're drinking.
Yeah.
So you've been in the area. You're not a native, but since 1 year old, we'll call that native enough. Yeah, you flew south with the birds. You came down here. So been here 37 years. That's classified as native. You've been here long enough. Yeah. So tell me just a little bit about exactly. What is the Boys and Girls Club? A lot of people think they know, and they have, many people actually have a misconception about what the club actually is and does.
Yes. Most of the time when people think about Boys and Girls Clubs, they think about a daycare or babysitting. We do neither. We pride ourselves in knowing that we do youth development. Yeah. That's what we specialize in, making sure that the young people that come through our doors every day leave with purpose, value, and a sense of, I know what I'm doing with myself. When I leave this place, I'm going to be a productive citizen. And so we try to touch on every aspect of good character, good health, great academics, so they become well-rounded young people.
And it's a proven fact. You see a lot of the stars today in many of the different sports that are very high level, that have actually come through the program, and their coaches just rave about them, what good gentlemen or ladies that they are. Yeah. So actually, it is more than just sports. It is more than just the things that people hear about on a day-to-day basis. You actually work with them individually.
We work with them individually, and we really pride ourselves on academics. And we do, if the child needs it, we'll even do one-on-one tutoring with them. And so I think that sports help supplement all the other things. We can pull them in with the sports, and because our children love basketball, and they just love regular playground play, getting out there with jump ropes, relay races, things of that nature. They'll get out there and do it. But then once we bring them in with the fun aspect, then we sprinkle a little reading and mathematics and all that good stuff.
Life gets real then, huh? So I love to hear that. We're all about the organized activity. You see these kids nowadays that are stuck on the couch. Mom or dad hands them the phone, and they just press the screen, and away they go. And they're missing out on the organized activity of just being interactive with other youth. So on that note, who does the club serve? And I know you're located centrally in Pensacola, so you get everybody, but who does the club serve?
The club is open to anybody. Children ages 5 to 18, boys and girls, are welcome to join the club. But because of the location, we tend to have children who are around the Inglewood 8th Street area.
Okay.
We have 2 sites, one on 8th Street, and then we also have a site-based program inside of Montclair Elementary School, which is just for elementary age students who attend that school. But we do have some children from the northern end of the county who live out in Lincoln Park, Wedgwood, who will come down to Boys and Girls Clubs. Many times they might go to a private school and they'll just hop off the bus, and then parents will come and pick them up in the evenings. Typically, it tends to be urban, African American, single parent, lower income kids. Not all of them, but the majority of them are children. A lot of them are latchkey, who mama's working and they're working 40 to 60 hours, can't be there when the child gets out of school. And so we're there so that the children have a safe place to be after school.
That's excellent. And I like to kind of liken it to the Big Brothers or Big Sisters programs, to where they actually have a mentor in their life instead of going home unsupervised.
Yes.
And everyone knows what that leads to.
Yes.
Now you're out the door, you're in the street, and what happens from there, we're back into that cycle. And so this needs to be something that's really addressed. If you don't have a way for your child to become part of something organized and beneficial after school, definitely look into the Boys and Girls Club. This is a fabulous program, and you don't want to miss out on it. So, what is the impact that the club has on young people? I mean, we addressed it just a little bit, but what is the major impact that you see on a day-to-day basis that this club has on these kids that come in here?
Well, I mean, it makes me think about what you just said about not having something to do. If you don't know, most juvenile crime occurs between the hours of 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., which is right after school.
Yeah.
And so that is typically the time that we're open at Boys and Girls Club. So when you talk about a reduction in crime rates and juvenile detention, when a child is under supervision and they're with their peers and they're in a loving environment, what a difference it makes. You already know what they're doing. And so that's very important when it comes to reducing the crime rate for young people. We have had a wonderful track record when it comes to academics. The children that come to Boys and Girls Clubs, all of them always see some type of improvement in their academics, some type of improvement in their character. We rarely have issues where we have to tell a child, you're going to be suspended or fighting or anything like that, because we work with them on their character, not just in Boys and Girls Clubs, but outside. Our younger people who are 16, 17, 18, we give them the skills they need, soft skills, so that they can obtain part-time employment. So teaching them how to write a resume, how to complete an application, so they're ready for the workforce. Just things, how do you type a resume, why it's important to not handwrite everything. And we teach them interview skills. And a lot of our children have gotten jobs over the past year because of the skills that we have directly taught them at Boys and Girls Clubs.
So this, you address a lot of the social aspect, because we already know that a lot of these lower income communities lack the social skills to be productive members of society, because it's just not taught. And the people that are missing out of their lives make it very difficult for the ones that do remain. So you fill a huge void. You provide functionality to them further on in life. I love where you addressed things such as, the application skills and so on and so forth, because these aren't addressed in high school anymore. When you and I went to high school, we did those in the civics class and so on and so forth, and it's not addressed there anymore. It probably is, but it's just not as prevalent, and it's not as well taken advantage, and obviously there's a lack of funding in that. So, we discussed the impact the club has in the local community, but on the state level, what are we looking at with the impact there?
There was a tax watch study that was done by the State Alliance for Boys and Girls Clubs, and they call it the multiplier effect. And so for every $1 that's invested in Boys and Girls Clubs, we get $18 back into the community. And so that's very important when you begin to talk about decreases in issues with health. When you begin to teach somebody about their good health and you give them what they need in order to maintain preventative health care and good health, it really has an overreaching effect on everything from health care to crime rates, to employment rates. When you give them those skills that they need to be productive citizens like we do at Boys and Girls Clubs, it has a profound impact on every part of the entire community.
It is a profound impact, and it's very measurable. You can look at the statistics.
Yes.
You see the impact that this club has. It would be a great, something for you to donate to. It is a 503(c), so you can write it off if that's your intention. But the way I feel, people that want to give, just give. So it is something that they're looking for there. How does the community get involved with that? How do they participate? How do they learn the mission? How do they see what's going on with the club?
I always invite people to come out for tours because that's when you get to see the magic. I can tell you about it all day.
Yeah.
But when you see a child in that environment and you see what happens when all the moving parts are moving, it is exciting stuff. And so people always think I've planned the tour, but I never tell the staff, I never tell the kids because I want people to have the real experience. And so I invite anybody in the afternoon, please drop by, give us a call. My direct line is that 696 number, but you can call the main number at 438-0996. Schedule a tour anytime, Monday through Friday. We are there. We open at 9 in the morning, but kids get there about 2:30, and we're there to 7:30 every day. And so we welcome people to come out. We love volunteers at both sites. If somebody wants to get involved, they might say, well, I don't have time, but I want to donate. We take in-kind donations. Sure. We always need sports equipment because we've got over 100 children and they go through volleyballs and kickballs, baseballs and basketballs, hula hoops, jump ropes. And that's a lot of wear and tear on a jump rope every day. And so anything like that, somebody might say, I have a billiards table. I want to give a game so the children can, work together, play ice hockey or all kinds of stuff. We've got the space for the kids to go outside or be indoors and play all types of things. Flag football, you name it, we'll take it.
If you don't have children, you're missing out, first off. But we just let you know a little bit about how children wear and tear on things. Yeah. They're rough on more than just athletic gear. They're rough on, the building itself, carpet, whatnot.
Yes.
So keep these things in mind too. The Boys and Girls Clubs providing a huge service to the community, and it's just not the things that you think of that they need other things as well. So if you don't have the athletic equipment or whatever the case might be, they will accept, any size donation that you might like to contribute. And that's going to go towards a very worthy cause. These are the youth that are going to be running this country very shortly. Yes. I mean, it doesn't take them long to grow up. So they're right around the corner.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely. So you never know who you're helping out, and you never know what that help is doing for that child. So it's a very, very worthwhile program. Well, Leslie, one more time, give me the number, give me the address. How do we contact you? Should we want to join? Should we want to help? Whatever the case might be.
You can reach me three main ways. You can reach me via email at lhuff, that's LHUFF at bgcec.com. That's Boys and Girls Clubs of the Emerald Coast.com. You can reach me on the phone, 850-438-0996. Or you can find me at the physical location on Inglewood. It's at 2751 North H. I always tell people right across the street where the county jail blew up, the back side of our building faces that building. And so everybody knows that place, and that's where we are.
Yep. Anybody in the community that doesn't know where that's at, more power to you. It is a fantastic facility, and there is a large sports complex directly behind your building.
Yes.
So if you're driving down Leonard,
Yes.
you can see the back side of the building. But once again, it's 2751 North H Street, and take advantage of this. This is fantastic program. This is something that the youth really need in this community. Everyone's looking at two-parent incomes, and if they're not, they're struggling. So these kids, they need your help. So this program is helping them. You help this program, and you're helping those kids. You're helping these parents that they might be the only ones providing for these children. So once again, Leslie Hunter-Huff, Executive Director, Boys and Girls Club of the Emerald Coast, right here in Pensacola, Florida, 2751 North H Street. Go by and see them. Schedule an appointment. Stop in. I'm Michael Garrison with Palafox Promotions. You have a great day.